side, first I will meet my dearest friend Lean and Ikra. She is a very good influencer. And now let me tell you where I am. So Hadarat Global have organized by Women Stature Award this year in UAE, Dubai. So Women Statue Foundation, which is established in South Africa for last 9 years, and you know what? They empowering women with their awards from globally past 9 years. Time happened in UAE. So I'm really proud. I feel so honored and glad to be the part of this event. And you know what is always fun, and it's always pleasure to be around with the most talented and powerful women nearby you. Hello, everybody. So, Lean and me together, and I'm sure it's a purpose behind that. So, can you please say something, Lean?
Hi everyone, we are so excited for what's gonna come. I'm going to come before you in the next 3 days, and we have some real fascinating events that are going to open up. But I'm going to leave this most amazing information to the most gorgeous women we have here, and I think they would do the max justice to this. But we have a very sweet lady who is Dr. Hava Sharafi, and she is the main mastermind behind this entire collaboration.
So, I will get chance to take her interview, Lean.
Yes, of course we will. But in due time, not today, but soon.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, and definitely I will catch her. Thank you.
As my client, but also as a strategic partner who's based in Johannesburg, South Africa, that has been working with Hadarat Global for the last 3 years to develop their own brand on an international platform. The founding member of Hadarat Global is Dr. Ahmed Al-Shameli. He is an absolute visionary in terms of future business. But what is very close to his heart is the ancient wisdom of old. And his mandate in terms of developing a brand that will be global, and is increasingly so, is building a business that weaves together those two elements, the wisdom of old with what it is that we require for business in the future. And the way that he wants to shift wisdom into what is a present and future economy. He does this in a number of very tactical ways. One is obviously the spirit of collaboration, strategic partnerships around the world. And he stands with open arms to welcome business people from different countries to work together. And obviously the meeting point and smelting pot this year is Dubai. But I'm definitely global. He also has an absolute passion for the upliftment and empowerment of startup businesses and entrepreneurs. And like other companies, are really trying to build a national potential with investors who are looking to tap into that potential. And then finally, Dr. Al-Shameli is flanked by Dr. Howard Shafarai, who's a maverick in the world of business and is passionate about the empowerment of women. So one of the manifest products of Hadarat Global is this international summit, which spans over the period of 5 days this week in Dubai. The actual event started on Monday. For 3 days, we had facilitators from around the world presenting content to startups and entrepreneurs from different countries around the world. So real meeting points and of minds in terms of the sharing of ideas, and also preparing these startups and entrepreneurs in terms of how they pitch so that can most successfully secure their investment from the investors who will be at the actual summit, which starts tomorrow. So we've had 3 full days of training already under the belt, and the official summit then starts tomorrow. All of those people who were in the training will be present at the summit, along with a long line of investors internationally that have come here to Dubai to meet and greet and see what is available in terms of investment and also sharing the possibilities that they offer through their own companies. The key anchor in terms of an investment partner for this event is Ethos Asset Management, led by Mr. Carlos de Silva. He will be attending the summit in person along with his delegation, and they will be available to obviously meet and greet different people who are at the summit. And also very exciting, it happens on the second day of the summit in this room, is a project called Falcon's Den, where there's a handful of people who have already presented pitch documents for investment that will have the opportunity to meet those investors in person in this room and present what it is that they are offering in their respective countries in person to those investors, which is a lifetime, once in a lifetime opportunity, because these investors have flown in from around the world. So we have 1.5 full, and then on the second day of the summit in the evening we have the Women of Stature Foundation Awards, hosted by the founding member who's flown in from South Africa. This is Charlotte Duplessis. Welcome, Charlotte. And Charlotte has connected with Dr. Howard Shafarai and worked with her over a period of, I think, 3 years now, to bring these awards to Dubai to be able to recognize women not only in the UAE, but also those who have qualified at an African level. So we have both African and UAE delegates that will be participating at the awards. And what will be very exciting for the first time ever is a global winner of the actual awards. So I think without further ado, Charlotte, if you could maybe just take a bow for us here at the front and maybe talk to us a little bit about Women of Stature and your collaboration with Dr. Howard Shafarai and Dr. Ahmed Al-Shameli.
Yes, well, thank you very much for that opportunity, and welcome, ladies and gents. Very, very excited to be here. And I want to just, obviously, first of all, I want to congratulate Shireen, who's been a pillar of strength, first of all, for our dear Dr. Hawa, and not being able to be here. Hello, Lorata. Nice to see you too. This is very, very overwhelming. It's quite surreal for me, to be quite honest with you. Yes, it's been a long journey with Dr. Hawa. We met a couple of years ago, and I think there was just an immediate connection between the two of us based on the fact that, as Shireen has already alluded to, is the fact that Dr. Hawa is very passionate about women empowerment. I think, just as a woman, I think we are all biased. We all obviously want to see
every day
thrive. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with us wanting our fellow women to rise and to thrive. And I think the type of culture that we are encouraging, if I can say that, is a non-competitive culture, and where we as women should stand with one another, and whenever you fall. I think the overriding objective is the development of the woman, and how we can help her to develop in several different areas of her life. So the personal is one place that we need to help her develop so that she can get a better understanding of herself. So the relationship and the collaboration and the whole
Thank you.
Can I ask you to?
Wow.
Well, Rahima is actually our guest of honor. Rahima went through the process of the South African Awards. She was on the other side of the adjudication, where she was being obviously questioned by the adjudicators. And first of all, she was an Entrepreneur of the Year finalist. That's point number one. She's an outstanding entrepreneur. And then she actually won the overall Women of Stature South Africa award. So part of her prize package was to come to Dubai with us and to be our guest of honor. And then we also thought, well, here's a woman that is such a beautiful speaker.
Privilege to be here and to meet, ladies from the UAE. And I think that woman of stature, what does it mean? One of the conversations I had with Charlotte, she says, why don't you want to do it? And I actually said, I'm a very outspoken person in the public spaces that I occupy, but I'm also an introvert. And in that conversation, I said to her, I'm actually not feeling very confident, right? And it's not something that we admit to a lot of the times. And I said, I'm not feeling very confident. And I think that was actually a turning point for me this year. That ability to find a safe space, to speak what I'm really feeling, not have to put up a public persona of what people expect me to be feeling. As you get to know me, you'll know that I speak what I'm thinking. But woman of stature, she talks about empowerment.
Yeah.
Woman of stature is about enablement. It's about creating that enabling space for women to connect and to thrive. In this room alone today, there's no less than 6 South African businesswomen. And we've already got connections with women in Dubai. Already that ability to translate that connection, which is not just for a local party, but for a global context. And if you ask me about where women are going in the world, it's those global connections. That ability to say, I see you, I'm here, and what can we do together? And it really starts with the first conversations. So for me, Women of Stature is more than just about empowering disenfranchised women. It really is about taking women who already have a vision and a purpose of where they're going and say, what else can we do? And here's a safe home for us to do it together. So excited to be here, excited to be a winner and to be brought here by Hadarat and to be speaking and as an MC at the awards tomorrow, which is another beautiful culmination of relationships and the power of relationships and the ability to translate the relationships from a concept into reality. I'm honored to be a part of this.
Thank you.
My name's Nafisa Dangle. I've been since I was 18 years of age, where I started on a platform called Mnet, which is on DSTV in South Africa. But I think working with a philanthropist in my family had taught me that I was born with a purpose, and my purpose needed to be used. And I think I used that particular platform since I was 18 to be able to move people into different spaces and places. Working with that, I realized that the platform that I have in media, being a media personality, needed to be used for something with a deeper meaning and a deeper purpose. So at this point in time where I am right now, 27 years down the line of doing loads of work, in my own personal space, I am a brand ambassador for an NPO in South Africa for the past 10 years. Changing the spaces of what they were in, doing their huge period lines, bringing in something like 3.5 million rands at a time towards their projects, but also creating brand awareness through these launches where we invited influencers and things like that to be able to get the brand out there and make people understand the importance of humanitarianism. So this is where I come into play now, where I work at Salam Media at present. And Salam Media is a humanitarian journalism organization where I found that I fit perfectly well into that particular space, because this is what I stand for. And Nafisa Dangle stands for humanitarianism, for humanity. I wake up every single day, and I just said to Lisa earlier, I sat here this morning and my hubby laughed at me. He's like, I can't help anybody today because I'm stuck in a position where I have to just try and, work on the work that I have to do. So it felt a bit strange because I wake up every single morning and I just want to say, I am so honored, I'm so privileged to be able to, should we say, represent Hadarat Global and the Women of Stature Foundation. And I just feel that whatever I've done has fitted so into the values of what they believe in and what they do. And I think that's important. So the network itself is coming together, going out there, and not just making differences in communities, but it starts there. They say charity begins at home. Taking it on bigger levels and networking with phenomenal people like yourselves in the UAE, I think, is an absolute privilege, because I think we can then get something else started on this end. So thank you so much for giving me the platform, and I so look forward to
that. I was sitting there thinking, I hope Shireen doesn't because we all, and I think this is something that people can all relate to, we all have this inner critic that compares. So Nafisa is amazing, She speaks with passion
Oh my
and
God.
she just enthuses. And now I have to go after her. Nyara, 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 nyara. My name is Liesl Tom. I was the Women of Stature Foundation South African Woman in Media winner.
Wow.
Yeah, I still can't believe it. But my role here is to facilitate and to moderate. Tomorrow we're speaking about leadership, which I think is critical because in this ever-changing world, this post-COVID world, this constant stressed world, we need more heart.
Yeah.
We need heart-centered leadership, and for me that is the one thing that we ought to have learned by now, yet it seems that we're still struggling. And in that struggle, in that learning,
Yeah.
we are all growing. I'm a journalist, I'm also a master transformation coach, which means as a journalist, I help people tell their stories because each one of us has a story.
Yeah.
But as a coach, as a transformation coach, I help people change that story they tell themselves about themselves so that we can tell better stories. Because the moment we step up and we tell ourselves a better story, the moment we tell that inner critic, go to sleep, I've got things to do, we can step up and be with amazing people. Because I was just smiling when these ladies spoke about the bonds and being so thrilled about spending time with amazing people, because the more amazing we all come, the more we raise our own consciousness,
Yeah.
the more the people around us will reflect that. Because if there's anything I know, is that we are all just mirrors for each other. So when I look at you, I see you because that is what we do. But I also see me. And because we are all in a space of collaboration, support, and love,
Yeah.
that is what we see in each other.
That's true.
Walk away more empowered from this room if we know each other.
That's true.
So, can I start with you?
Lobo for getting me this invitation and making me part of this beautiful group of women. I think it's an honor to be around such successful women and who are doing great things in life. I'm still on the starting point in my life. I'm still going on the way. So my name is Ikra and I'm a business influencer. I connect businesses with investors and I create events or I do networking events for those businesses and startups who are in a way of finding their finding someone who can invest in their business or who have an idea and they don't know where to go and what to do with it. So my major focus is not women. For me, it's like my industry is women and men both.
Yeah.
But startups and entrepreneurs, and because in Dubai we see every day so many strugglers coming in, so many people coming in with the ideas of doing something big and something so for their businesses or for their family. Part by interest tomorrow as well. I didn't get an invitation, but I'll try to sneak my way in.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much, and
She's
we'll
part of
connect some government officials with them as well, some investors also. Also, we have.
My pleasure. I'm the part of this event. And as I told you before as well, this is, I feel like, oh my god, I have beautiful women along with the very good knowledge and the content you share with us. I'm very motivated already when I was sitting. So myself, Sadakshi.
Yeah.
beautiful dress.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Shireen. Such a pleasure, guys. Such a pleasure to finally see all of this actually happening finally. I think we've all worked so hard, and we've been like awake. Even last night we were with Dr. Hava like 3, 4, 5 in the morning.
Wow.
So we've been awake literally like so many countless nights, but you know, to actually see it happening, all these gorgeous women that I've been hearing about like every single day.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic is on that side. But yeah, thank you so much for coming and really, you know, living up to your own dreams, because each and everyone carries that gorgeous, beautiful dream, whether it's to grow or to help someone or to just like bloom, just to travel, just to meet like hundreds and thousands of amazing women. So we're so happy that you've taken this first step, Charlotte, to come and collaborate with Dubai. I'm sure we can open a million things for you here.
Yeah.
I'm connected very, very highly with a lot of business women, royal families, and a lot of influential people in Dubai as well. We actively do a lot of women empowerment programs. We're also planning to start some women empowerment channels with like a talk show and stuff. Maybe we can connect on that on that front as well.
Yeah.
So a little bit about myself. My name is Lynette Lobo and I am from Mumbai, India originally, where I left like about 30 years ago to join the aviation industry, and I have been flying for the last 27 years. And when I had my second little baby, I decided, okay, I did lose my dad at that time, who was very, very dear to me. So that was a game changer for me, and I said, okay, now that's enough, you know, for aviation. I've given like my entire youth and my every, you know, but what I picked up from there was immense amount of leadership, of, you know, management, marketing, you name it. I can manage like about 20,000 people in a room all by myself. So that's what I've learned from the airline, where you can just like go save a life. Somebody's dying, somebody wants to eat, somebody's just wanting to, you know, do drama or whatever. So that is a good thing that you learn. Like you said, I think you grow while you learn. So I believe there's every single day that we can learn something. Whether it's a little child, whether it's an old man, whether it's a woman, whether it's anybody, a stranger on the road. Every single day we can learn something new.
That's true. Yeah.
Something new. So never, I mean, I don't believe at all in something called ego because I don't think really there's anything, you know, we just create these kind of barriers just as an excuse, you know, like you said to all of you. And for me personally, I have 5 companies that we run in Dubai. And that is our personal, it's called the Dazzle group of companies. Dazzle Witchy International, there's Dazzle Your Style, which is in fashion, beauty, makeup. We do beauty shows, contests. We do corporate and destination events, as well as weddings and everything all over the world. So if you want your next meeting in maybe Las Vegas, we can do that for you.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so that is that, and then we have some food, some flower, cake and gift websites. We have travel websites, and we have consultation services. And now we have gotten into some more thing, which I was so excited. I told Dr. Haba, we've gotten into properties. So we do sell commercial, like 5-star properties all over the world. And if any of you want to buy, I'm here. So yeah, and we're having an island for sale as well in Dubai. So that's a hot thing. You know, I was going to suggest to Dr. Haba, can we have it over there, this whole event?
Next time.
Yes,
time.
next
What would you do with Hadarat Global?
I
Hi
hope you've got
everyone.
broad shoulders. That's point number one. Because you've got
You can say the division of Hadarat Global, one of the division. We have like 7 different divisions which we deal in the education, training and development, within in real estate, business growth, and business development.
And I think at the end of the day, my closing statement will be, if you look around the room, we are ordinary women, just doing extraordinary things by working together. And I think that is really the spirit of Hadarat Global. We are just ordinary people working together and doing extraordinary things. So thank you very much for your time to Al Shameli and Dr. Howard Shafarai. Thank you very much for your time today, and we look forward to a very exciting 2 days of summit and a wonderful Woman of Stature Awards, Charlotte. Congratulations. Thank you.
Wow, that is so good. I'm so feel nice, and it's always great fun to be around with the most talented women, powerful women nearby you. Thank you so much once again, Lean, for giving me this opportunity, and all the very best to all the women, all the upcoming women, and I'm always available to help to anybody. And you all can connect with me on my channel Sona Ke Saath Dubai Life, and on Instagram blogger Sona Ke Saath. Bye bye, take care, have a good day.